In this video, we're covering the 10 best science fiction movies and TV series streaming on Netflix. From complex time travel puzzles and cyberpunk futures to large-scale space operas and deadly survival games, this list covers both movies and series that every sci-fi fan should experience.
It's like a puncture wound. Boys across town just caught 2 more bodies. Said both had some kind of mark on their neck.
Hello, Thomas.
What did you say?
Is this where it happens?
At number 10, we have In the Shadow of the Moon, a sci-fi crime thriller directed by Jim Mickle that blends police investigation with mind-bending time travel. Set across multiple decades, the story follows a driven Philadelphia police officer who becomes obsessed with catching a mysterious serial killer whose victims die in a disturbing and unexplainable way. What makes the case truly unsettling is that the killer appears every 9 years without aging and seems to know events before they happen. As the years pass, the investigation slowly consumes the officer's life, destroying relationships and blurring the line between justice and obsession. Instead of focusing on spectacle, the film builds tension through atmosphere and moral ambiguity, asking whether manipulating time can ever be justified if it prevents greater suffering.
3 days ago, we conducted a raid. Men just started falling. We need answers. Fast.
At number 9, we have Spectral, a military science fiction action film directed by Nick Matthew that turns the idea of invisible enemies into a high-stakes battlefield mystery. When soldiers in a war-torn Eastern European city begin dying instantly during combat, the military calls in a scientist to investigate unexplained phenomena detected through experimental imaging technology. What they discover are deadly entities that cannot be harmed by conventional weapons. The film stands out by grounding its sci-fi elements in scientific theory rather than fantasy, turning problem-solving and innovation into the real weapons. As the team races to survive and uncover the origin of these entities, the story reveals a chilling truth about technology created for war and the consequences of crossing ethical boundaries.
Whoever has this has the power to override their whole system. They will hunt you to the edge of the earth for this.
At number 8, we have Elysium, a dystopian science fiction action film directed by Neil Blomkamp that presents a brutal vision of social inequality in the future. Humanity is divided into 2 worlds, a polluted, overcrowded Earth where the poor struggle to survive, and a pristine space station where the wealthy live in comfort with access to advanced medical technology that can cure any disease. The story follows a factory worker exposed to lethal radiation who becomes humanity's last hope for equality. As he fights his way toward Elysium, the film explores themes of class division, immigration, and access to healthcare. Its gritty visuals and grounded world-building make the future feel disturbingly believable, turning science fiction into sharp social commentary.
Hi! Parallel contact, babe!
Well, you've always said that you wished you'd met me earlier. Here I am. We're not getting back. What do you say, kid?
Punch that shit.
Oh, yeah.
At number 7, we have The Atom Project, a time travel sci-fi adventure directed by Sean Levy that balances futuristic action with emotional depth. The story follows a pilot from the future who accidentally crashes into the past and teams up with his younger self. Together, they must locate their late father, whose scientific work made time travel possible, and prevent powerful forces from turning the technology into a weapon. Beneath the humor and fast-paced action lies a deeply personal story about grief, regret, and healing. The film uses science fiction not just as a plot device, but as a way to explore the conversations we wish we could have with our younger selves and the people we've lost.
It's a new age for the universe.
At number 6, we have Rebel Moon Part 1 and Part 2, a large-scale space opera created by Zack Snyder that draws inspiration from classic mythic storytelling. The story centers on a quiet farming village threatened by a ruthless galactic empire. A mysterious outsider sets out across the universe to recruit warriors from different worlds, each carrying their own scars and reasons for rebellion. Across both parts, the narrative expands into a full-blown revolution, blending epic battles with heavy world-building. Snyder's visual style is unmistakable, filled with operatic imagery, slow-motion combat, and larger-than-life characters. While the first part lays the foundation, the second part delivers the emotional and action-driven payoff of a full sci-fi saga.
There's been 3 murders on Long Harvest Lane, decades apart. The bodies are all identical.
At number 5, we have Bodies, a sci-fi mystery series created by Paul Tomlin that unfolds across 4 different time periods. 4 detectives, each living in a different era, discover the same body in the same location in London. As each investigation progresses, it becomes clear that these cases are connected by a single thread that stretches across more than a century. The series gradually reveals a complex conspiracy involving power, identity, and destiny. What makes Bodies compelling is how it balances procedural storytelling with high-concept science fiction, rewarding viewers who pay close attention. Every timeline adds a new layer, turning the show into a carefully constructed puzzle about cause, effect, and the cost of changing history. At number 4, we have Alice in Borderland, a Japanese survival sci-fi thriller directed by Shinsuke Sato that transforms Tokyo into a deadly game arena. Ordinary people are forced to compete in brutal challenges where losing means instant death. Each game tests different aspects of human behavior: intelligence, teamwork, physical endurance, and psychological strength. As the story progresses, the focus shifts from survival to the meaning behind the games and the mysterious forces controlling them. The series is intense, emotionally exhausting, and visually striking, using science fiction to explore fear, morality, and the human instinct to survive even when hope seems lost.
You shed it like a snake sheds its skin. We transfer the human consciousness between bodies to live eternal life.
At number 3, we have Altered Carbon, a cyberpunk sci-fi series created by Leda Kalogridis that imagines a future where human consciousness can be transferred between bodies. In this world, death is no longer permanent for the wealthy, while the poor remain trapped by the limits of their physical existence. The story follows a former elite soldier revived centuries after his death to solve a powerful man's murder. As the investigation unfolds, the series dives into themes of identity, memory, and what it truly means to be human. With neon-lit cityscapes, brutal action, and philosophical depth, Altered Carbon stands as one of Netflix's most ambitious sci-fi series.
It's more like a waking nightmare.
At number 2, we have Black Mirror, a sci-fi anthology series created by Charlie Brooker that examines the dark side of technological progress. Each episode tells a standalone story exploring how modern innovations can twist human behavior in unexpected and often disturbing ways. From social media obsession to artificial intelligence and digital afterlives, the series reflects our real-world anxieties back at us. Some episodes are horrifying, others deeply emotional, but all of them leave a lasting impact. Black Mirror doesn't predict the future. It exposes uncomfortable truths about the present and asks whether technology is shaping us more than we realize.
Ich will endlich wissen, was die Wahrheit ist.
At number 1, we have Dark, a time-travel sci-fi thriller created by Baron Bo Oder and Jansch Fries that stands as one of the most complex science fiction series ever made. What begins as a missing child investigation in a small German town slowly unfolds into a multi-generational saga involving time loops, parallel realities, and unavoidable fate. Every character is connected, and every decision echoes across past, present, and future. The series demands attention, patience, and emotional investment, but rewards viewers with one of the most satisfying conclusions in modern television. Dark isn't just about time travel. It's about destiny, sacrifice, and whether free will truly exists. These 10 titles represent the best science fiction experiences available on Netflix in 2026. Whether you're looking for action, philosophy, emotional storytelling, or mind-bending mysteries, this list has something for every sci-fi fan. Happy binge watching.